Hello everybody, and welcome to another Flaming Dice Reviews video. My name is Matt, and today we have not one, but two games to look at in the same video. Now, they're both by R&R Games. They're both children's games. One is called Cup, and the other is called Hearts of AttrAction. Both of them are quick, fun, and easy, so we're just going to show how both of these play, and I'll meet you back here for my final thoughts. I'll see you then. Now the first game we're going to look at is Hearts of AttrAction. In Hearts of AttrAction, the rules are very simple. It's simply a double-sided sheet of paper. It also comes with a felt bag in case you want to make it a travel game. Of course, the box that it comes in isn't much bigger, but still, it does make it fit into a bag a little easier. Now the heart of the game are these 25 magnetic hearts, and they are incredibly magnetic. And the game is simple. Players take turns taking one heart to act as their shooter, sort of like in marbles, and they simply get tossed across the player area. And if you can make a cluster, you get to keep that, and that's your score. The next player will then go and try to make their cluster. And play just goes around and round until all of the hearts have been connected and collected, and the player with the most hearts at the end wins. Now again, that's incredibly simple, but again, we are talking about a children's game, and my children absolutely loved it. Now the other game that we're looking at, Cup, isn't much more complicated, but it does have a few more rules. Well, not so much rules, but little details that have to be learned. And the older you are, the easier this game is to play. So, with that being said, a 12-year-old can play this, but they're probably going to beat the pants off of a 6 or 8-year-old. Still, my kids had a great time, and I'll show you how it's played. The game comes with 9 of these plastic cups, each with 3 colors and 3 shapes, or 1 of 3 colors and 1 of 3 shapes. Yellow, red, and blue, squares, circles, and triangles. The game also comes with 2 dice, and these dice are rolled. In this case, I rolled a yellow triangle and a yellow triangle, so people would try to grab the yellow triangle as quickly as possible. Now that cup is placed in front of me, and it's up for grabs if that same combination is rolled. This time I got a blue circle and a red triangle, so you would get the missing color and shape. So in this case, the yellow square would be grabbed. Now I have 2 points. We'll roll again. This time we have a blue square, a yellow triangle, so we would grab the red circle. And play continues until one player grabs a certain number of cups. For example, we played with a 3-player, so it was the first player to get 4 cups. Again, the only thing my kids took a second to learn was the missing ones. The ones where it rolled same combination, like 2 red circles, that one's no problem. But if you roll a red circle and a yellow square, then it takes a moment to realize that it's the blue triangle you're trying to get. But if we're talking about, board games being a learning tool, that really teaches quick thinking and critical thinking. So I think that this is a great game for that. Welcome back, everybody. Now that we've seen how these 2 games by R&R Games play, let's talk about my final thoughts. Well, I really enjoyed both of these games. I'm going to be honest with you. As a adult gamer, they're probably not going to appeal to a whole lot of people. But the market that they are going to appeal to are the people who have children and who want really good games to play with their kids. And in that respect, these games are both very successful. Hearts of AttrAction is a lot of fun. It's got this great hands-on just aspect to it, where you toss the hearts at each other, or slide the hearts and try to form these big chains and see who has the most at the end. It's incredibly simple, but for younger kids, that's okay. That's not a problem. And both of my kids, both of my youngest children, who are 13 and 11, both really enjoyed the game. And the cool thing is since basically the only components are magnets, they weren't overwhelmed, and they were free to just create their own version of the game. And even though the game has very simple rules, and those are of course included, they were making up all sorts of game by dragging the magnets underneath the table and trying to attract them to other ones. So they were very impressed with this game, and I was impressed with how well they did. Now the age warning does say 14 and up. I have a feeling that that's more just for the safety aspect, because the product probably wasn't tested with smaller children. However, with proper supervision, I don't think this would be a problem for children of just about any age. I think they'd be able to play it, and I think that they would have a lot of fun with it, especially just because it has such a physical aspect to it. Now the other game is Cup a Cup, and Cup a Cup has that same interactivity level that Hearts of Attraction does, that appeals to children. This one is rated for children 6 and up, and I don't think there's any danger with this with smaller children other than the dice that come in the game. I think that would be the only choking hazard. My kids, again, really liked this, and if you play this with children that are my age, the 11 to 13 or even 8, 9, or 10 years old, it gets really hectic and a lot of fun. There were a lot of laughs at the table whenever we played this, because you can steal from other players. If the correct dice combination comes up and a player has that cup in control, you could snatch it from them. And the kids had a blast with that. And of course, cups were flying everywhere. There were lots of laughs, and they were having just a good old time with it. So both of these games, if you have children, especially I would say 8 or 6 to 12, this would be a perfect game to add to your collection. Neither one of them require a lot of thought, but they're a great way to get children involved in board games and get them addicted to our hobby. But if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, we sure would appreciate it, and visit the website at www.flamingdicereviews.com. We do articles, videos, and reviews there as frequently as we can. We also try to keep our readers abreast of new games that are coming out or newly available. We also have a large emphasis on games that are currently or about to be on Kickstarter. That is definitely a passion of ours. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.